Greetings, programs. Welcome back to Legends Week, and welcome to what will probably be the shortest review that I will ever upload, at least in terms of Transformers review. But I figured this guy did deserve a video all his own. This is Transformers, I want to say Universe, Legends Megatron. And this guy is a little bit special to me because this was my first Megatron figure. Yeah, I started with probably the tiniest tank Megatron of them all, and this got me hooked on the character. So, bring him in close here, you can see pretty nice rendition of the green and purple Generation 2 tank Megatron colors. Nice little Decepticon symbol right there. He does have these tiny, terrible wheels. This one doesn't even turn, actually. So, I guess this is the only time the wheels are really worth mentioning, because at least mine can't actually turn. But he's still great. This is like the size of a Hot Wheels car, and it's got that much detail molded onto it. And it is, made in 2008. So, this is an old figure that's actually still pretty decent. So, gonna get down to transformation on this guy already. Go ahead, come up here, split the turret that has, kind of the obvious robot hands coming off the back. But just split the turret, bring them out to the side, come back here, fold out the legs, and they do have these little tabs here that just kind of go into this hole in the back. Just rotate them out, straighten them out. You're going to want to A-pose them a little bit because they are molded at an angle like that. And go ahead, rotate this piece down, become the chest. And then, kind of in one motion, you're going to want to push down the turret, as well as turn his head forward. And then just get his arms in place, and there you have Legends Class Megatron. And this figure should not be as good as it is. This thing is... This thing's, 3¼ inches tall, and that's only if you count the shoulder. This thing's tiny. But it's just got so much personality. Great rendition of the classic bucket head going on there. The gun actually being directly on the side of his head is both hysterical and kind of a fun little feature, since everywhere he looks, he's looking with intent to destroy, which, it's Megatron. That is accurate. Posability on him is very limited. Obviously, head moves, you can kind of tilt the gun back if he looks over to this side and this side only. The arms are attached by a ball joint, so they can rotate. You move out a little bit, and depending on the angle you're at, you can, fold them back in a little as well. So, you can get some slightly dynamic poses out of there. The legs are attached to a ball joint at the hip. Full splits. Forward all the way. Back all the way. Super, all the way knee bend because of transformation. That is just a straight hinge. You only get that much wiggle from the hip ball joint. Very small, very simple figure, but still actually, in terms of just representing a character, I'd actually have to say he's one of the better Megatron figures that I've seen. No, he's not super complicated and in-depth and everything, but if you just want something to throw on your desk and represent the character, this thing does a great job, actually. And there are like a dozen versions of this thing. I've seen so many paint variations. I think Japan alone made like 7 versions of it. There's a couple versions that came out in the States. This is just the one that I happened to get back when I, was really early into collecting Transformers. And this is the one that both started me collecting tank Transformers and started me collecting Megatron figures. So that's why a figure this simple that I can review in 5 minutes still ends up getting its own video. It's a piece of my Transformers, history. One of the things that helped bring me into this hobby. And it is just a really, really good little tiny Legends figure. So, if you see this guy and they're not, asking something ridiculous, you should never pay more than probably $10 for this guy. Unless it's a rare color variation or something. But, yeah, definitely worth grabbing. Great little desk toy. Great, you put him in the hands of, that $500 Unicron when it comes out or something. That'd be funny. Just definitely worth having this little guy. So, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.